Hi, this is Let's Talk Turkey with Jayne Turk, and today we're going to talk about a paper assignment. This is for the Intro to Mass Media class. So if you go into Canvas and you look in the Canvas homepage, you're going to see that the second group of modules is called Great Adventures. And so today we're going to be talking about the truth, propaganda, and media literacy, how media shape my reality paper. And so Um, but before I even get into it, please take a breath. Please take a breath. Papers are not intended to be scary things. So let's talk about what you're doing. So in my papers, I believe in giving you all of the information you need so you can reread it at 3 a.m. when you have a question. So this is the sheet that you're going to click on if you go here or if you look inside your guidebook packet. So the due date's going to vary per semester. The length is approximately 850 words, and that's just to show me about how much depth you're getting into. I'm not interested in an exact word count. So if you're at 835 and you're confident with what you've written, don't worry about it. If you're at 1135 and you're confident with what you've written, don't worry about it. If you're at 11,000, you should have stopped a while ago. So the AI policy, AI may be used for editing, proofreading, and grammar assistance. AI may not be used to generate ideas, outlines, analysis, or written content for this assignment. This assignment, like pretty much all of my assignments, is about your life. AI can't give you those answers, so please don't try it. Please do not feed this prompt into AI and expect to come up with a good passing answer. So the purpose of this paper, like all of them, is to apply concepts to your own life. In this case, concepts from chapters 1 through 3 and course lectures, so the first 3 weeks of lecture in the class. This is not a chapter summary. It is not a research paper. It's an application paper. So you're going to show me how you can apply what you're learning to your actual lived experience. Using concept from the textbook and videos, analyze how media have influenced your perceptions, beliefs, attitudes, assumptions, and understanding of reality. So you're going to skim chapters 1 through 3, take a look at your lecture notes, and you're going to discuss how media have helped shape the way you view the world. You can choose to discuss such topics as politics and current events, crime and public safety, gender roles, race and ethnicity, beauty standards, relationships, success and achievement, career expectations, social media influences, news consumption habits, cultural stereotypes, personal identity. I'm not requiring any one of these, but they're all rich areas for exploration. And again, I'm not interested in trying to find the right or the truth. I want to look at how media has influenced you. Choose topics that are meaningful and relevant to your experience. Your life experience is what matters here. As you write, consider such questions as what beliefs or assumptions have been influenced by the media? So, what things do you believe? I was talking today with people who referenced Jaws, the movie. And yeah, between Jaws and Shark Week, we're terrified of sharks. But you already know that that's not actually true. How do you decide which information to trust? So if I give you information about a medication, where do you go look to research it to trust in the decision making? So have you ever discovered that something you believed was inaccurate, incomplete, or misleading? How have social media influenced your perceptions or opinions? What role does media ownership play in determining the information you receive? And that's what we're going to be getting into. Who owns the content that they're pushing out there? How have media affected your understanding of people, groups, events, or issues? Folks, this is not a answer every one of these questions. This is not a test. What these are discussion prompts. Choose the parts that are most relevant and interesting to you and write about those. These are just places to go if you get stuck, if you don't feel like you're developing the topic enough, come back to these questions and say, "Ooh, I could talk about this." So, a successful paper will demonstrate understanding of the course concepts, the things we've been talking about in these videos and that you've been reading about. It will apply accurately concepts from chapters 1 through 3 and lecture. It will use specific personal examples, something that AI cannot do. It will show thoughtful reflection and analysis. It will connect course material to real world experiences, and it will be clearly organized and well written. So, this is college. You're expected to have a certain level of writing proficiency. If you don't yet, that's perfectly okay. We have a wonderful ASC and writing lab, and they'll help you. And me, I'll help you. We'll talk about those more in a little bit. But understand that, yes, college level paper is expected to have college level grammar and spelling. So I threw in a few questions and answers. How many outside sources do I need? 0. This is not a research paper. Your primary sources should be the textbook, course lectures, and your own experiences. Can I summarize the chapters? Please don't. I already know what the chapters say. I'm interested in how you apply course concepts to your life. Don't read the book to me. What if I don't agree with the theory or concept discussed in class? Totally okay. Perfectly acceptable. Explain your reasoning and support your position using course concepts and examples. So, you disagree with the textbook? You disagree with me? Well, I disagree with the textbook. Sometimes I disagree with myself. That's part of learning. I want you to be thinking. Will I necessarily agree with you? Nope. But just like your agreement with me is not necessary for you to succeed in this class, I don't have to agree with you either. That's okay. What am I really being graded on? Because that's the question, right? You're being graded on your ability to apply course concepts to your experiences and observations. This paper is less about memorization and more about thoughtful analysis. As I've been saying all along, you're not really learning until you're applying it to your own life. This is your chance to prove that. So, Professor Hint. The strongest papers are usually the ones where students stop trying to impress me and start being honest. If you can clearly explain how media have shaped the way you understand the world, you're on the right track. Feel free to go back to this even a couple times to look and see, ooh, can I do this? Do I have the right stuff here? Am I developing this enough? This paper will give you that. And I will have these kinds of assignment papers for every long assignment that you're doing. So, in a nutshell, you're discussing how media helps shape the way you view the world, and you're showing me how the ideas help explain your experiences. That's it. It's worth 100 points. Look in your syllabus for the due date, and it's about 850 words. If you need help, I'm your first resource. Talk to me. You've got my cell phone number, right? You know what my office hours are, right? Come see me. Let me see what I can do to help. I am happy to sit with you and help you create this paper. However, we also have the ASC, Academic Success Center, and the Writing Lab ready and willing and able to help you be successful. If you qualify for services through the Disabled Students Office, they will also have resources available to help you. Remember, no AI. Yes, I can tell. And it gets in the way of you succeeding. So please don't do that. When you're ready to submit it, you can submit either a file or a link to it. But if you are sharing with me a Google Doc, please, please, please make sure that you've given me access to it. I spend way too much time tracking down students who have thought they've submitted it and haven't because I didn't get their information and I wasn't given access to view the thing that they did. And finally, what if your paper's going to be late? Well, you know my shit happens policy. And so if your paper's going to be late, talk to me. I can help you. What you don't do is you don't panic and put the prompt into AI and turn that in, because I will give you a 0 on the assignment if you do that. But if it's going to be late, a little bit late, no big deal. If it's going to be a lot late, we should probably talk about it, because I want the assignment to be useful for you. And it's most useful when it occurs at this point in the semester. Rocky wants to remind you that you've got this, and we'll figure it out together. Always. And in case no one said it today, I love you. This has been Let's Talk Turkey with Jayne Turk, and I'm glad you're here. Good luck on this assignment. Have fun with it.